All right, guys, so a lot of you were asking how I list so fast. So I am sitting here watching TV, um, and all I have is this eBay box and a box of patches. I will say when I list so many so quick, they're simple like these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you how I do it. So these are some vintage patches. I got these in a big Rubbermaid 3 drawer. I paid $20 for the whole thing. It has a lot of scrapbook stuff as well as these patches. So like here, I'm going to count these and see how many I've got. So there are 27 of them. So what I will probably do is do 3 lots of 9, just because these are small and I want to have even lots. So I'll do the same with like these butterflies. There are monkeys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to screen sharing. I have a whole bin here, and show you guys screen sharing exactly what I will do to list these and how I get them done so fast. So I'm going to switch over to the screen sharing and we will look at that now. All right, so now we are in my eBay app, and the first thing I'm going to do is look for something to copy. So I'm going to look for vintage ladybug patch and see if I can find anything. And there are some, as you see here, there are 29 listed. And then let's see how many have sold. Okay, 7 have sold. So I will, and these are a little over an inch. So we're just going to pick one here to copy. I always copy a listing. So we will pick this one. And we are going to scroll down. And I do list everything on my phone. And we will click on, like, there's some that are small as well. Sell one like this. So first I am going to edit the title, because mine does not have white flowers or spots. So this is, mine are a red ladybug, and we'll put green. And I do like to capitalize the first letter. Beef. And we can put bite taken out because there is, and we have more letters in our title. So I will do that. I'll put 1.5 inch. So I want to put the size. I also want to put ladybug as one word, because most of the time it'll pull up either way, but just in case. And I am out of space, so now I see there's an extra space here. You always want to watch for that, and you always want to use all of your titles, or all of the words that you can. So you see I used 80 characters of 80 characters, and then I am going to go back and provide photos. So I do use my phone, so I will pick out 9 of these ladybugs, because once again we do have 27 of them, and I am going to put them in lots of 9. So I have been pricing everything at $15.99. So you guys will see that when I am doing this stuff, I am taking just simple photos, and it's just on the eBay box here. I'm not using any special background, I'm not using any special lighting, and I'm just taking one of the whole group. When you sell lots, you want to show the whole group, and then you want to show a close-up of at least one of the items. But these are not selling for super high, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on these photos. I will try and get the angle a little bit right, and you want to try and make sure that you get your edges kind of crisp as you can, because that's what the eBay photo editor is going to use to remove the background. So when you come in after you've taken your photos, there is a button there that looks like mountains, the third one from the right. You're going to click that and frame your item and hit continue, and as you see, eBay removed everything from my background. It's not brown anymore, it's white, it looks professional, and it's taking a couple of seconds, if that, per picture. I used to use PhotoFuse, but I don't anymore. The eBay app has gotten much better, and I will make sure here that I'm filling out all of my item specifics, because that is what people are using to go in and search. So some of your stuff that's in these item specifics is giving you more search terms that you are not using in your title. So fill out everything that you can. This is embroidered. I'm picking that it's a pack because there's more than one, and anybody could put this patch on anything. So I'm going to choose that it's suitable for everything, because it would depend on what that person wants to use. So this is giving you more items to search for. And the custom SKU you see there at the bottom of the item specifics is how I choose where my item is going to go. So I forgot to put lot, so I am going in here and I decided what to remove in order to get lot of 9 into that title. And you want to double check over that you changed all of the item specifics, and I am doing free shipping because these are super light, and I am factoring that in. I have been switching my shipping for international to standard eBay international delivery, and this is pretty easy to do by yourself. I take PayPal. You want to pick how many days, and for the patches I'm doing $15.99 on all with the free shipping. And on the quantity here, I am going to choose 3 because I have 3 lots of 9. So you see here that this has only taken me a few minutes, and listed, and there's 3 sets of 9 for $45 that is listed, and I am done. So we'll do one more real quick just so that you guys can see a little bit more. And in this video, it took a little bit longer because I don't typically hold my phone sideways, but I wanted to give you guys the best view there. So now I am going to just erase ladybug, and I'm going to type in fish patch. And I put embroidered because mine is embroidered, and I'm trying to get a little bit less in my search results of what I might want to copy, because I want to put embroidered into my title. So there are 421, and here it does not matter if your fish patch looks like their fish patch. You're just using that as a template, so it's faster. You don't have to start from scratch, and you can go in and you can change all of the item specifics that you need to. I will try and find a higher priced item because I want to kind of mimic whatever might be in there that sold that item for more. So with the patches, it could be different words that people are searching for. So I am going to look and see what exactly is selling high and possibly what keywords are being used. And I do go to the solds and try and find one. So here you can also see some new items that sell for a lot that you might be able to use as a learning tool here to say, hey, look, this one patch sold for 40 bucks. I'm going to keep an eye out for something like that. So while I'm listing, I'm also learning. So I'm just looking through because I really want to see if anybody has a patch exactly like mine, because I don't want to go and list a patch for $15.99 that has a history of selling for $40. You saw up above there were a couple that did sell for $40. And if I happen to have that, I would be undercutting myself by listing it at $15.99. So I'm just looking through. I don't look through everything all the time, and some items, of course, are going to have a ton. But that vintage rainbow trout patch sold for $40. So I'm going to sell one like this because I want to use those words. I am going to go in and erase. I don't know that mine's from the 70s, and mine definitely is not a rainbow trout, as you will see here coming up, but it is a very colorful fish. It's a tropical fish, so you want to get as descriptive as you can here and put in as many words to describe your item as possible. So, just a few tips as far as being fast on your listings. One of the most important things is using sell similar. If you have to build an item from scratch, it's going to take you a lot more time. You can always edit everything in that listing that is not applicable to your listing. And here I'm adding things I think people might search for my fish patch. You can add the color of it, you can add the size, and you also, like, I try and add lot if it's in there. I don't always necessarily put it. So here I see I've got 74 of 80, so I want to use as many as I possibly can of those characters. So I forgot I had put tropical already, and I'm going to put vintage shortened because that will still show up in the search results, and you can have a few extra characters left. So once I go to take the photos of it, I am not being super picky. As you saw, my background is not perfect. I do have a photo box, but when I'm listing fast, I most likely am not using that photo box because with eBay's remove background app, you're going to be able to make those photos look professional without having to use a professional background. It's pretty simple, and the lower price stuff, I would say don't nitpick if it leaves a lot. Sometimes it will leave more than just a small amount, and you do want to remove it. And if you guys would like me to do a kind of tutorial on the eBay background removal, I will show you that. So here I realized that I hadn't put like hippie, I hadn't put lot, and those with brightly colored patches you would want to put. I there realized I had tropical twice. You don't want to repeat any word of your title in it because people are not going to search for a double keyword. So once we're taking the photos here, again, this is on a box. I'm taking a picture of the group of them, and then I'm going to move one, and I didn't move it far, and I'm just zooming in and taking the front of it, and then I'm going to take the picture of the back of it. So my photo taking is not taking a long time here. Simple. If you have harder items, it might take you a little longer. So now we're going to go and we're going to, once they load, we're going to click them and click that button that looks like the little mountains there. You frame your item, and there are shadows on these, but because they're lower cost, I am not going to worry about removing those. Because if you take more time to remove those shadows, then that's where you're going to spend longer time listing. If this was a $100 patch, I might take the time to remove those shadows, but these are not $100 patches, so I want to do it fast. Mine are new. They have never been put on anything, and they don't have a UPC. So you always want to choose UPC does not apply if your item does not have a UPC on it. If it does, you would want to scan that, because if someone found that item in the store and they wanted to see if it was cheaper on eBay, they would scan that item with the eBay search feature of scanning a barcode to find items. So here, because I copied something that was similar, I have a lot of specifics that can stay. And I was trying to see if there was a fish theme. I do try and use eBay's themes as much as I possibly can, because those are going to be a little more searchable. But I didn't really see anything. So I chose patchwork because a lot of people will search for patchwork, like for jackets and things like that. Here, they had not chosen baby and toddler or children. And once again, with my items, that person could do whatever they want with it. So I'm going to put that it works for all. That was the custom SKU there. And then you're just going to make sure that your title looks good. And this is not taking a long time. Always make sure you switch auction off if you are not trying to use that auction feature. Again, I priced these all the same, so I wasn't having to really think about it too much. I don't have much in. So if you don't have much in, I would recommend doing just a basic search, and don't spend too much time searching for that item. And then once again, I'm doing international standard delivery. That is cheaper for your international customers and might get you more sales. These are not something that will break. I hit list, and you see I have listed 3 items here in about a 20-minute period on eBay.